أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستغفره ونستهديه، ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له، ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. O you who believe, guard and fear the Almighty Allah the way He deserved to be guarded and feared, and do not die except in the status of Islam. واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا, and hold all together on the rope of Allah and do not divide. واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم and remember with that true and genuine sense of gratitude the bounty of Allah upon all of you. إذ كنتم أعداء, where you were all enemies, فألف بين قلوبكم, and He harnessed among all of your hearts. فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا, and so you became brothers by His mercy. وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار, and you were all on an edge of a pit fire. فأنقذكم منها, and He saved you from it. كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون. And so Allah explains to all of you His signs so you may be guided. One more time, brothers and sisters, few verses in the Quran in the term of a story. It is the most effective way to communicate with us human. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring that piece of history or that story and in His book so we can recite and learn. And again, it is one of these stories that put things in perspective and always remind us with the Sunanullah. Sunanullah means it is the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this universe, that they will not deviate, they will not go away, and they are always, in fact, working. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah Al-Qasas, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ قَارُونَ كَانَ مِنْ قَوْمِ مُوسَى. Qarun was from the people of Musa alayhi salam. The people of Musa is keeping us very busy these days. Not all of them, the bad ones. But from Qawm Musa. Mufassirin says that Qarun was the cousin of the Prophet Musa alayhi salam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying lineage or blood or being related or tribal relationship has nothing to do with how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will value or dedicate this life for a servant. One is a prophet that is eternal, will be in paradise, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala trusted him in the message and in the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is Musa. And the other one, that is a cousin. They are cousins, not cousin after a cousin or a cousin of a second. No, they are cousins. And the other one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala condemned him and his action in this life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised him the punishment in the hereafter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ قَارُونَ كَانَ مِنْ قَوْمِ مُوسَى. Qarun was indeed from people of Musa, or the tribe of Musa, or his group, the people of Musa. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring one description or one feature about Qarun, because this is basically what he's worth in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala narrowed his definition. Very limited, very earthly. آتيناه من الكنوز ما إن مفاتيحه لتنوء بالعصبة أولي القوة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him and give him. I didn't want to say bless, because when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless somebody with wealth or with health or even with sickness, the ending, because it's a blessing, it will be good, even though it's a sickness. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَتَيْنَاهُ, we give him. We give him so much wealth to the point it takes usba. And the ulama in the tafsir of usba said at least 40 men. In the Arabic language, usba means 40. It takes 40 men to carry the keys of his treasure. It takes 40 men to transfer totally or complete his keys. So it was a great wealth. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, إِذْ قَالَ لِقَوْمِهِ, Qarun told his people, and his people told him, لَا تَفْرَحْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ الْفَرِحِينَ. Do not be so excited, so arrogant, so oppressive. so unthankful with this wealth. Farah, the appearance of the definition of farah means being happy. But that's not what the verse meant. The verse means do not be among the farihin. Farihin, people who receive a bounty from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in terms of wealth, in terms of health, in terms of power. But they do not match this bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with shukr, or with appreciation of this ni'mah, or the good use of this ni'mah. On the contrary, it is a misuse of this ni'mah. And this bounty or this giving material thing, it will make them oppressive toward themselves and others. So, إِذْ قَالَ لَهُ قَوْمُهُ, his people says, do not be among farihin. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ الْفَرِحِينَ. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding all of us who possess some ni'mah, and we all do. We all possess some ni'mah, if it was wealth or health or knowledge or anything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put things in perspective for all of us how to deal with this ni'mah. وَابْتَغِ فِي مَا آتَاكَ اللَّهُ الدَّارَ الْآخِرَةَ. وَابْتَغِ فِي مَا آتَاكَ اللَّهُ الدَّارَ الْآخِرَةَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put things in perspective for all of us. You wake up in the morning, and anything you possess, and anything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you with, the main objective of this is ابتغاء الدار الآخرة, that you employ all of these ni'am and resources to build the hereafter. And whatever makes your hereafter is a better hereafter. This is it. People wake up in the morning with no sense of direction. They wake up in the morning with a sense of mechanical jobs. Go to work, drive, prepare lunch for kids, cook, take care of the family, etc., all of this. But this, it's a beautiful perspective. وَابْتَغِ فِي مَا أَتَاكَ اللَّهُ الدَّارَ الْآخِرَةَ. That focus, employ, harness, focus all of the resources that you have, regardless of these resources, at Dar al-Akhirah. Any of us, brothers and sisters, wake up with this mindset, then not only his day is in this mindset, it is all of his life in this mindset. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows at the end of the day we are human. There is a desire to eat, there is a desire to enjoy, there is a desire to rest, there is a desire to meet other people's needs, children needs, wife needs, husband needs, etc., etc., etc. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. And do not forget your share from this dunya, or the requirements in this dunya. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَنْسَ, means do not forget. It seems like a true believer, he may forget. Imagine, a true believer, he may forget his share of this life. But amazing, you come to this servant, it is opposite. I wake up in the morning that I am going to make sure all the dunya around me, I take my share from it, and I may consider the akhirah. It is opposite. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says no. The norm, the overwhelming thought, the overwhelming niyyah and intention and a mindset in the morning is the Darul Akhirah. And in your way to the Darul Akhirah, there are some few needs you need. Don't forget them. Take care of them. وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, again, these are powerful statements, even though they're short, but powerful statement. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also, to put things in perspective, that emotional or that moral or the scale. Oh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how do you want me to act? How can I balance between ابتغي فيما آتاك الله الدار الآخرة, seek everything I have, seek the hereafter with everything I have, and don't forget, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, it's a beautiful, simple, yet beautiful. وَأَحْسِن كَمَا أَحْسَنَ اللَّهُ إِلَيْكَ. And act in a sense of ihsan. And if you want to know the upper gauge of this ihsan, or the 10 out of 10, or the highest mark, exactly like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala practice ihsan or did ihsan toward you. We can't. We certainly can't in our best days. In our best status, we cannot even get close to this. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, "O my servant, I want you to seek in the hereafter, and I know you may forget what is the hereafter, what does it look like, but I want to remind you with something, ihsan. Be good to me as much as I was good to you." We cannot come close to this, but that will give us a landmarks, pinch point, markers, so we can deal with this life. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that, as He says, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. In all of us, there is the great and the goodness, and there is the evil. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَبْغِ الْفَسَادَ فِي الْأَرْضِ. And do not seek corruption, destruction in earth. In earth. Oh Allah, I'm a poor guy. I just have my range or my domain is very little. My family, people in the mosque, my neighbors. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, in the whole earth, avoid of practicing fasad. Fasad is corruption. Corruption. Destruction. When you hold food on people for months, that's fasad fil ard. When you bomb them and kill them every single day, it's a fasad fil ard. If you hold food on them, it's fasad fil ard. All of this is fasad fil ard. Corruption. Regardless of the talk that you talk, regardless of how the announcement one makes. Fasad fil ard. This is the perspective of the believers who told Qarun, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ الْفَرِحِينَ. Qarun is corrupted. Qarun's mindset and heart is corrupted, so it's in another way. So he replied to them, look at the arrogance. Look at the blind point or blind spot in understanding and certainly in behavior. He says, إِنَّمَا أُوتِيتُهُ عَلَى عِلْمٍ مِّنِّي. All of what I possess, I attained because of a knowledge and skill, or my skill and my knowledge. I guess he forgot at a given time he had a diaper. He was not even able to feed himself. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him a mother to take care of him. He forgot. He forgot he could not at a given time express himself and talk. Till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him circumstances to learn how to talk and to learn how to think and to learn how to judge things. He forgot all of this. All I have is something I attained from my knowledge. And authority and skills. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remind Qarun and everybody, whether they were individuals or governments or agencies or armies. أولم يعلم أن الله قد أهلك من قبله من القرون من هو أشد منه قوة وأكثر جمعا ولا يسأل عن ذنوبهم المجرمون. Did they forget or they don't know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed all previous nations who had the same attitude, the same understanding, and the same action? They forgot all of this? If you were smart, intellectual, and you attain all of this wealth because of your knowledge, did you skip this piece of knowledge? It did not resonate here? Yeah, sure it did not resonate, and it will never resonate. Because as the Prophet ﷺ says, Al-imanu ha-huna. Faith that will put things in perspective and true perspective. Balanced perspective. Akhirah and dunya and no fasad. And an acknowledgement that all of the wealth that you have and resources from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is coming from here. Al-imanu ha-huna. It's from here. But Qarun and people like him, it's all in here. Very deceiving. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed all of them. And la yus'alu. And they will not be asked about their sins, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not even question them about their action, because the verdict is done. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already judged them. And they will be punished. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه. الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده أما بعد. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala proceeds and he says فخرج على قومه في زينته قال الذين يريدون الدنيا يا ليت لنا مثل ما أوتي قارون إنه له حظ عظيم. He appeared to his people in his utmost power and resources. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that there are a group of people, they desired the hayat al-dunya. Among the people of Qarun or among the people around Qarun. And the statement came out of them reflects this horrible, weak, fickle, unfaith understanding. And that's it, yuridun al-hayat al-dunya. They want this life. Man, if you want this life or somebody wants this life, this is some of the statement that will come out. يا ليت لنا مثل ما أوتي قارون. Oh man, he is lucky. It's blind. Spot. Somebody cannot see an inch in front of him. Oh, wish we are like Qarun with this wealth. On the other hand, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned you in that verse. وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمِ. The one who are knowledgeable. Not the knowledge in the textbook, but the heart and the mind is knowing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very well. ثواب الله خير لمن آمن وعمل صالحا. It's the reward of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is better for the ones who work in a good deed. Better than this? Yes, better than this. My beloved brothers and sisters, it is the same scene. It is Qarun sitting with his wealth, his power, and that majesty. And there's two people with two different understanding. The evidence are the same. But there's two people with different understanding. One who seek the hereafter. They say in that thawabullahi khair, a good deed, and what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised is better. And the other people said, we wish we have like this. He's very lucky. And it is very normal. And this is the norm. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَخَسَفْنَا بِهِ وَبِدَارِهِ الْأَرْضَ فَمَا كَانَ لَهُ مِنْ فِئَةٍ يَنْصُرُونَهُ مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed him and his house and his wealth, and he did not find anybody to save him or spare him from the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala conclude, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, 2 verses, and that will just wrap it up and put things in perspective and remind us with what was said in the beginning of the verses. تلك الدار الآخرة نجعلها للذين لا يريدون علوا في الأرض ولا فسادا والعاقبة للمتقين. That hereafter or the hereafter, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepared it for people with these qualities. Number 1, first quality is لا يريدون علوا في الأرض. They are not seeking an upper level in this dunya with arrogance and injustice and oppression and fasad. That's not their mindset. This is not their action. This is not view in this life. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالْعَاقِبَةُ الْمُتَّقِينَ, and the good tidings for muttaqeen. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also narrow it down. And the last verse, verse 86, Surah Al-Qasas. I urge all of you to go, inshallah, read it. مَنْ جَاءَ بِالْحَسَنَةِ فَلَهُ خَيْرٌ مِنْهَا. If you come and deliver to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 1 hasana, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward better than it. وَمَنْ جَاءَ بِالسَّيِّئَةِ فَلَا يُجْزَى الَّذِينَ عَمِلُوا السَّيِّئَاتِ إِلَّا مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. And if one comes up or delivers or act on 1 sayyi'ah, Allah alam, sayyi'ah can be killing a baby, and a sayyi'ah can be backbiting, and a sayyi'ah anything in between. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just that He will not punish anybody except with the bad deeds that he did. My dear respected brothers and sisters, Surah Al-Qasas is a great surah, and then Surah Qarun, the story of Qarun is a wonderful story, inshallah, if you can go back and read it, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Before I step down, inshallah ta'ala, I'm sure you heard it before, remind you one more time, is we are in the best 10 days of the year. Some people say the last day of Ramadan. Scholar says, no, actually, most supporting evidence, it is the first 10 days of the Hijjah. And Ibn Mas'ud, Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما العمل في أيام أفضل منها. There is no better deed or no better reward or bigger reward in any other days more than these days. Then قالوا, الصحابة replied to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, ولا الجهاد في سبيل الله. Even striving for the sake of Allah and doing the jihad, he says, ولا الجهاد في سبيل الله, except a man who left with his all wealth, and all of his life and health, and then he came back with neither. He did not come back, of course, if he lost his life and his wealth. This is the only man who is better in the good deed. So from now until inshallah ta'ala, for these few days left, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, let's focus on getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the reward is great. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك قريب مجيب الدعاء يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم لا تجعل لنا في هذا اليوم العظيم ذنبا إلا غفرته، ولا مريضا إلا شافيته، ولا دينا إلا قضيته، ولا تائبا إلا قبلته وثبته، ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا لك فيها رضا ولنا فيها سعادة إلا أعنتنا بقضائها وأدائها. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله العظيم يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزدكم ولذكر الله أكبر.